Just bring you guys the latest when it comes to the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez. As you guys can tell by the title, it looks like he plans to fight again this coming May. His usual dates of May and September, and yeah, he looks like he wants a rematch against Dmitry Bivol. Before I get more into the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more boxing and please hit that like button. It helps out the video, it helps out the channel. I'd really appreciate it. So yeah, Michael Benson, who writes for Talksport.com, recently tweeted this out, and I quote, it reads, Canelo Alvarez has confirmed that he expects to return in May following successful wrist surgery, and said he will look to revenge in a rematch with Dmitry Bivol in an interview with Bet365. So yeah, like I said, May and September are his usual dates. He tends to fight also sometimes in December. He's not doing that this year because he mentioned of a wrist injury after the Triple G third fight, and he apparently had a successful wrist injury. That's good. It's just time to heal up and rest, and I'm sure, I think by May he should be ready. Now the question is, will he actually get a rematch with Dmitry Bivol? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't really want to see a rematch between Canelo and Bivol. I'm not. It's something that I'm not really excited for, because right now for Dmitry Bivol, the one I want to see for Dmitry Bivol is a fight with Artur Beterbiev for all the marbles, for all the belts at 175 pounds, and I'm pretty sure that's what Bivol wants too. I'm pretty sure Bivol would much rather fight Artur Beterbiev than Canelo again. Bivol has one belt, the WBA belt. The three other belts, the WBO and WBC and IBF belts, all belong to Artur Beterbiev. So he's one fight away from being undisputed, and it's not an easy one too. Artur Beterbiev is a freaking beast, knocks people out all the time. It's a very dangerous fight, a much more interesting and intriguing fight, at least in my point of view, than a rematch with Canelo. So this is the fight I want to see for Bivol. As for Canelo, he cleaned up the division, 168 pounds. So I guess, his goal is to move up in weight, I guess, and to become undisputed in this weight division as well. So, to challenge himself, I guess, he needs to get that Bivol rematch to avenge that loss. And I'm sure he would be willing to step in against Artur Beterbiev. It's a dangerous fight, but, that's the type of fighter Canelo is. I'm sure he would be willing to fight Beterbiev. I think he did mention that before, if I remember correctly. But right now, the main focus for 175 is not the return of Canelo at 175. It's Bivol versus Beterbiev for all the belts. So if you look at 168 pounds now, who is the best fight for Canelo at 168? Right now, Benavidez and Plant will be fighting, I believe, in March. That's the plan. Ryder and Parker will be fighting soon. Mbili will be fighting soon. Morel just fought. Dirrell got knocked out. Bazinian, when was the last time I saw him fight? Can't remember. Richards, these two should actually fight each other. Actually, one of these guys should fight each other. 8, 9, 10 for Under the Ring magazine. They all should fight each other. But there isn't really a name right now at 168 that would be a big money fight, except for maybe Demetrius Andrade, who now is fighting at 168. Maybe Edgar Berlanga, but that's a little too soon for Berlanga in my opinion. So it's limited for the fighters here at 168 pounds of who Canelo can fight that would be considered like a big fight. David Morrell would be a good fight, but I'm pretty sure Canelo doesn't want to touch Morrell. I'd love to see that fight though. Not gonna lie, if there's one fight right now, with all the other fighters busy at the moment, I would say the most interesting fight at 168, other than Benavidez or the winner of Benavidez and Plant, is David Morrell. David Morrell is super underrated. Deserves more recognition in my opinion. Recently had a fight against Eidos Yerbusinuli. I haven't really heard anything yet from any updates of Eidos. If you guys don't know, after his fight against Morrell, Eidos was rushed to the hospital and he was put into a coma because he had bleeding in his brain. So I haven't really heard anything yet about Eidos Cerbosonili. I'm hoping everything's doing okay, and I'm hoping he's doing better. Um, so yeah, 168. There's really not that much of big fights, but 160 Triple G is going back down to 160. Charlo is probably the biggest fight right now at 160 for Charlo to move up to 168, and I think that's the fight they should try to make for May, a Charlo fight, and I'm hoping that Al Heyman and PBC will be willing to allow Charlo to switch over to the zone to make that fight. Um, I mean, why not? I mean, they are the B side, or try to find. Well, it's hard for Showtime and the zone to work things out. They haven't really. I think they're still trying to make the Tank versus Garcia fight, and it's up to the zone and Showtime to make that fight. And I guess it would be the same situation here if this fight were if they tried to make this fight between Charlo and Canelo, is that the zone and Showtime has to figure out how they want to distribute this fight. And both companies have, they have egos. They've invested a lot of money on both fighters. Um, and I'm sure they're not gonna budge. So the likelihood of Charlo versus Canelo is pretty slim. But Charlo is the biggest fight right now at 160, or among the 160 fighters moving up to 168. So we'll see. I mean, Eubank has a fight against Smith. Maybe that's another fight over in the UK. If they do a fight over in the UK, Eubank versus the winner. If Eubank beats Liam Smith, then Eubank versus Canelo would be a big fight over in the UK. Unless he wants to give Andre finally his shot, who knows? But yeah, the options for Canelo are pretty limited right now. I mean, he's fought everybody. He's fought the top fighters in and around his division. So, and he beat most of them except for Bivol. So yeah, we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for listening and watching. And like always, have a great day. All right, thanks.